Family. Thanks for being here. Hey, y'all, hey, real quick, let me know where you're from. And thank you to the comments, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's going up, and I appreciate you guys. Now, the video we're about to review today is different. It's the same thing subject-wise, but the perspective is very different. But that's why I'm so heavily invested in this situation, because I like hearing the different perspectives from different skin tones, male, female, and everything in between. So we're about to check out Fantano. He has 1.96 million subscribers, and he said, "Don't free Tory Lanez." So with that being said, y'all, I ain't about to give y'all no big pre-game speech, pre-video speech, whatever you want to call it. But make sure you definitely, and let me know where you're tapping in from. Let me know how long you've been tapped in. Let me know if I should continue to dive in this situation or just let it go. My gut tells me not to let it go, period. Whether it's new evidence or suppressed evidence or old evidence, it's very relevant. And it's evidence that depicts something different than what the outcome was. So let's get to it.
Talk about this story once again, which I'm wondering why it's still a story. Of course, I'm talking about the Megan Thee Stallion Tory Lanez shooting, which, in case you've been living under a rock, there was literally a trial for, where Tory Lanez was charged by the state of California, not Megan, the state of California, and was also convicted as guilty by a jury after days of evidence being presented, of witness testimony. Now, you would figure as a result of all of this, this case would pretty much be open and shut by now. But actually, when you go on comment sections across the internet, on social media, on any post having to do with Megan Thee Stallion or Tory Lanez, you will find tons and tons and tons of comments about how Megan lied, she's guilty, free Tory, put Megan in jail instead of Tory. And these calls and proclamations have definitely reached a fever pitch as of late, especially in the wake of this recent story having to do with Tory Lanez being stabbed while in prison, which I will say outright here, I don't advocate for. And while going to prison is obviously supposed to be a punitive experience, it should not be one that just like threatens your life merely by being there. While this is most definitely a problem, there are a lot of people on the internet who, for whatever reason, want to make this Megan's problem. She is obviously feeling the heat of all of this on some level, especially when you consider a recent Instagram post from her, where you can see here Megan essentially is going on a rant, kind of just flabbergasted that this hate campaign against her, basically making her out to be the sole reason that Tory Lanez is in jail right now. Her, not Tory, not his own behavior and actions, Megan. Yes, it's all Megan Thee Stallion's fault.
All right, now, make it Meg's problem. I feel like this thing started out all because of her. And I'm not bypassing the fact that Meg and Kelsey, and then told Kelsey, told Meg, tell your friend how fake you are. Even before that, y'all, Meg was having hissy fits over a man that wasn't hers, and who he was flirting with, and how he was chasing a bag. Even in, I think it was Kelsey's own words, she said that Tory was going between Megan and the Kylie girl, if I think that's her name. Kylie, Kendall, Kyle, whatever. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Anyway, let's go. All right. We got to slow down. I got a problem with this commentary. Dude isn't speaking about how Meg went back after Tory didn't want to leave with the two hood rats. Meg turned into Cinderella and forgot a Louis slipper, but her bags were packed in back of the black truck service, the trucks. I guess she just had some type of telekinesis, like, oh, I forgot a slipper. I gotta go back. Come on, man. She was leaving Tory behind, her homegirls, man, leaving him behind with the bag. She had that feeling in her stomach. She couldn't stop laughing. She had a sucker attack. And that's why they went back. That's why this whole thing's her fault. Period. It's her fault. How do you hook up a dude with your girl, then snake your girl for dude, but you're known for being a snake? Hence the symbolism in her music videos. But it's not that serpent. I'll leave it at that. Let's go.
Recently, things began to ramp up with a Republican Congresswoman, Representative Anna Paulina Luna, who has devoted a good deal of her Twitter feed to this topic as of late. And she just kind of started tweeting about it out of the blue, like she has shown no interest in Tory Lanez or this topic previous to all of this. Just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this woman cares about this trial that happened a while ago and is talking about how unfair the criminal justice system is and so on and so forth. But like, again, her concern for that only seems to extend as far as Tory Lanez. Free the guy. It's going to be coming in 36 hours. Watch out. Strap up. Get ready. Oh my God. Now, 36 hours later, after having tweeted this, the evidence or whatever it is did actually not come out. It took multiple days later, in fact, for it to get to us. And it has arrived in the form of this new website that I guess has been put together by Tory's legal team or just somebody representing him in some form or fashion. 36 hours later.com, which, I mean, at a quick glance of all of this, I'm sure if you're stupid, this is all very like convincing. Look, they have court sketches, they have photos of Tory and Megan and other people, and they make it look like the photos are taped onto the backdrop.
Dude really needs to chill. I'm sorry. And if he sees this video, bro, I apologize. But you're not doing your due diligence. This woman did not appear out of nowhere. She was notified by Amber Rose. It wasn't out of nowhere. So when a person brings it to her attention and she's looking into it and she feels a way like she needs to help, let that be that. And as far as what he said about Meg being harassed, this woman filed a restraining order on a guy that's behind bars. Make it make sense. I can guarantee you he wasn't calling her, texting her, or writing her. I can guarantee you. Period. He know what he did from the jump was dumb, as far as talking about the call from jail and all that stuff, even though he was apologizing for clapping cheeks. Listen, I really can't vibe with this. What do y'all think?
Now, if you go on this page, they really try to lay out a whole narrative that honestly is not new. Like, this is the same shit we've been seeing in anti-Meghan comment sections over and over and over again, but it's just on a website. Referring to the her stepping in glass stuff as if that has not already been explained, because if you actually remember the story, Meghan originally told the police that she stepped in glass and was not shot because she is afraid of what would happen if the truth came to light.
Following the narrative, and once again, he left out Amber Rose. She's the whole reason for that congresswoman coming out. But the thing is, why isn't he talking about suppressed evidence? Okay, it's old, but why are we getting new versions of it, so to speak, like the new angles, the audios, and the things like that? Even the neighbor that did, people forget that this person did not want to be in the forefront at all in fear of his family's safety. This situation is so different because you're either extreme Tory or extreme Meg. And I feel like the people that are extreme Meg just are a certain way. I feel like they lack accountability themselves and they share the same traits themselves. But the evidence thing for me, y'all, I feel like everything should have been put on the table. I feel like there should have been a timely manner in which to present the evidence so that the defense could properly strategize. How can you properly strategize when they're not even letting tests get concluded so that they can have the out of the inconclusive results? Make it make sense.
Another major point to hit on this page is, again, what a lot of Tory Lanez supporters are obsessed with is the idea that at the scene of the crime where the shooting happened, Megan and Kelsey were in an altercation and they were fighting, which, like, honestly, nobody denies that that happened. In fact, it's pretty clear that Megan and Kelsey don't really like each other. Kelsey, not too long after the shooting, actually dropped a diss track toward Megan. I also love how in this section of the website, they cite a song from Megan, a few bars from Shots Fired, where she addresses an instance of chain snatching, where the Genius page, they screenshotted these lyrics from, don't corroborate these bars as having anything to do with Kelsey. But either way, it is clear that Megan and Kelsey are like not super close buddies and friends, and that on some level they don't like each other.
Megan lied from the jump, in my opinion, and it goes back to the forgotten slipper, the uncontrollable laughing. I'm starting to feel a way about bro's commentary. I don't know if it's because of tones, read between the line, and then the perspective he shares. I don't know if it's just the perspective alone or the lack of important details that are not included in his commentary. But it doesn't sit right with me. Allegedly, Meg has been taking a lot of her homegirls' dudes. Tory wouldn't know unless Kelsey told him. Has anybody ever thought about that? So now that your secret's out, you can't do nothing but laugh uncontrollably, lie some more, put hands on your homegirl because you want her dude, but you're a big back grizzly polar bear and your girl wasn't having it. She upped the strap. Tory saved you and her and sacrificed himself. Though last two firings were off mark because of Tory's defending of Megan and knocking Kelsey's hands down. He should have let them thoughts do what they do, and he should have stayed with the bag. It was too many things, too many holes, too many inconsistencies, y'all. Too many witnesses not having to come and do what they should have done as a witness. Too many situation participants that did not, I can't even say too many. Just that one. Just that one. I never even knew Kelsey made a song in response to a shot fired or whatever. It's just amazing to me, y'all. And this is just my opinion, my commentary for educational purposes, but it's amazing to me that all of this could happen and feel like it's built on lies. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know where you're tapping in from. Let me know how long you've been here. And thank you guys so much. I'm out. Peace.